What's going on, guys? Welcome once again to Teen Bodybuilding India. This is your friend Shreyas. So first of all, I would like to thank you all for the 20k subscribers. It's been almost 3 years since I created this YouTube channel, but 2 years since I started it full time. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, for your support. And actually we should be doing something very positive, but sadly I had to make this video because I have been swallowing it from a long time, but finally I have my opportunity. And I'm not going to spice it up, but I'm going to tell you the facts. Okay, so we are going to discuss about MuscleMania India. I don't know about MuscleMania Universe or whatever, but MuscleMania India. So recently MuscleMania India was done, in the sense all the 4 events were concluded. The first one was in Delhi, second was in Chennai, and third was in Mumbai, and the national was in Mumbai as well, the next day of the regional show. So here it goes, guys. The best way to register was online, right? So if you register online, you had to pay 7,000 rupees, 7,000 Indian rupees, and if you wanted spot registration, you have to pay some extra amount. So what we did, we registered online, right? So then these people called us, or the competitors. I went with my friend who competed in Chennai. So they called them, and they had to fill a form again. Okay, the same thing that they asked us to fill online, because I filled the form for my friend he was sitting with me. So I filled the form for him, and the same exact thing we had to fill even in the Chennai show. Okay, so the same happened with the other people also. Now it's not an issue. Okay, it's not that hard for us to fill a form. Then what happened was, they asked us to fill the form. It didn't finish there. They made the people wait for 1 more hour, 2 more hours there, and then finally by the end of the evening, by around 4:30, they finished. Even though they called the people at 10 to 4, it was like it went on and on and on. And when they told us that you can finally give your form, that is when we had to give. And the waiting game went on and on. And remember, guys, the show was the next day, and these people had to have their meals and loading up carbs and all those things, right? And cardio and all those things. So it was not actually a good thing for the competitors, in my opinion. And if I was a competitor, I wouldn't have liked it, and I would have made a complaint, but I didn't have the right, as I was not competing. But that was the first issue that I had. Now the second issue, on the show day, or on the day of the show, they gave us a form, or the schedule of the shows, like how the show is going to start and how the things are going to be set up, like how the things will be set up, right? So again, I went with my friend Ramesh. Of course, I went with my friend, and for him it was very difficult, because yeah, of course we didn't dehydrate him completely, but still he was on a little bit lesser water, and we did it according to his show timings as they told. So we did it everything. And what happened was, the show was supposed to start at 12:30, okay, or 1 o'clock, and the show started finally at 2:30. Okay, so this is really difficult for the athletes, guys. Okay, fine, the show started finally, and what happened? There was no category in model class. My friend Ramesh went to compete in the model class, right? And there was no category in the model class, so he had to compete with the bigger guys, taller guys, and of course he had no chance. Even though his performance was very good, as you guys saw in the video, there was no class. And of course the bigger guys of course everybody was ripped, but at the end of the day they would give the trophy to the bigger guy, right? So there was no category in the model class as well. Now they might defend themselves, saying that there was no time, there was only 1 day, there was no time. That is your problem, guys. MuscleMania, that is the people who conduct the show, that is your problem, right? You have to manage everything. And then they didn't even follow the schedule that was given to us. So according to the schedule, the physique was to be done before the model swimsuit model sport division. Okay, so we were chilling out, and suddenly they call these people, and physique is next and model is now. And Ramesh had to literally change his clothes in like 50 seconds. Literally 50 seconds, guys. We had to come out of the hall, enter the green room. We had to change right over there, and luckily he was wearing a wrestling suit, so it was easy for him. But it was not the best thing for them to do. So this was the second thing, right? And the judging panel. Look, how would it be if my coach is a judge? Who would win? Who do you think will win? Of course, even if I don't win, my chances of winning is very high, right? So that is one more thing that happened, guys. I don't want to take the name, but there was one judge who was very closely associated with the athletes, if I can say it in a politically correct way. So he was very closely associated with the athletes, and of course they won, right? The other judges were like some athletes and all those things, but there was one judge who was very closely associated with the show and the sponsors, if you know what I mean. So that was one more thing, guys. You always need to have judges who will always be neutral, who will give you points based on your performance. Okay, so now that they didn't make any class in model, there was class in everything. There was class in, there was categories in bodybuilding, there was categories in physique, but why not model? That is my question, right? Even models have to perform in a different way, and their body mass and body the size and all those things will come into play. And of course, how can a small 5 feet 4 inch guy weighing 57 kgs beat a guy who was almost 80 kgs, right? So that was not possible. But a quick shout out to the person who won the model show. His name was Bharat. I honestly feel he was he had the swag, right? So I feel he was the only guy who had the real swag, and others were just trying to be cool and all those things. But this guy Bharat, he was really cool, and I feel he should have won the show, and he won it. Like he was deserving. So the Chennai show got done, and the real drama began in Mumbai. So what I came to know is, in the Delhi show, which was the first show, they not only asked the competitors for the registration fee, which was 7,000, but they also asked the competitors for dope test fee, right? So you are going to be dope tested, and you have to pay for your dope test. Like, how ironical it is, guys. Like, why do you ask 7,000 rupees in the first place if you are going to ask me extra 7,000 for dope test? Everything should be included, right? You are getting 7,000 rupees from 200 competitors who compete, and you still want money for dope testing. I know dope testing is not cheap, but of course you have to take care of that. You have sponsors, you have everything, right? So I wouldn't want to pay for my dope test, right? Why should I pay? Okay. And one more sad thing is, as you all know, MuscleMania is the best natural show. People ask me, why do I always repeat MuscleMania is natural, natural, natural? Because it is really funny the way they tell they are natural, guys. Even though your human eyes and everybody knows that they are not natural. Because I know few people who are not natural in the show, and they still competed, right? So that is the thing with today's bodybuilding, guys. Even if it's a natural show, there are ways to pass drug tests. And the only good thing, and the only reason that I didn't talk about the word things natural or enhanced, is because most of the guys who won and who competed were not natural, right? I know few people who are like clean, right? My friend Shabari, he won 3rd place in Chennai, and I feel that in the whole entire show, he was only one of the persons who was natural out of all the winners who won the trophy. So then the show comes to Mumbai. Here the things started happening. I was not in Mumbai, but I know a person who was in Mumbai and who told me stuffs. So what basically happened was, they converted the transparent trophies or the glass trophies to wooden trophies. I'll display a picture on the screen, guys. And the sad thing was, the person who won first, I don't think there was the number 1 written on that. So like for example, your name and your you won the first place in physique category. It was not written like that, right? So anybody can hold the trophy and tell that I won. First of all, there is no media coverage. There was no nobody knew who actually won, unless somebody pushed till somebody put their own photo saying that I won 3rd, I won 4th. So no media coverage whatsoever. The director, Mr. Tarun Sholarajan, used to be on Facebook all the time, but now suddenly he has disappeared. after one of the guys, Fazan Basti, posted this status tagging him. He is not to be seen these days. Okay, so MuscleMania has become basically money mania, and especially MuscleMania India. So one more thing that I found out was most of the people that were closely associated with Mr. Director, who was the director, so they were like shining in the show. Okay, so they were the people who were shining, and there were physics people who are not known, especially in the social media or whatever, and they didn't place well even if they had very good physics. So I feel that at the end of the day, politics took over in the Mumbai show, even though Chennai show I thought was at least fairly judged, but the Mumbai show was like taken over by the so-called fitness politics. So that is the thing, guys. And one more thing that happened was again, one more stupid thing that I found out with this show is, even if you are the winner, you won the first spot, and you wanted to compete in the national level, you again have to pay 7,000 rupees for the registration. Like, I worked my ass off, I won the show, and I have to pay 7k extra for the show again. Seriously, like how it has become all about the money, guys. And what I have seen is MuscleMania, they use these athletes to make money. Okay, and the athletes don't get anything in return. Look, you can pay Facebook 1,500 rupees for advertisements of your photo profile picture or whatever, and you can get more likes. Okay, so this is the thing, guys. And remember one thing, guys, if you are not getting something out of it, why? You are see, for example, it's like me being sponsored by a supplement company who has less followers than me, and at the end of the day I'm getting a tub of whey protein, and what I am giving them is like a lot of sales. So that is how it is, guys. You might have watched Rich Piana's video where he talks about sponsorship and stuff. So what did you get out of the show? If you are a competitor, let me know what you got out of the show, other than some Facebook likes, which you could have got from by paying Facebook 1,000 rupees, right? So I had a friend from Chennai who qualified for the finals, and I asked him, "Are you going to compete in the finals?" And he was like, "I have to pay 21,000 for my all those tickets and all plane tickets and all those things, and I have to spend a lot of money there, and I have to pay MuscleMania 7,000, and what would I get in return? Facebook likes." That is what he told. That is literally what he told me. So it is not worth it, guys. This is the exact reason why I don't compete, especially in MuscleMania. And you might be asking why the hell I am making this video, because I think I am the only one who can make this video, because I don't give a damn about the MuscleMania India who make or who present the show, because I don't know any one of them, right? And I don't have to get anything from them, nor I have to give anything to them. So that is the only reason why I didn't compete. You might tell I don't have the right. Yes, I don't have the right, but at the end of the day, this is my opinion, and this is what the truth is, guys. There was a category where they didn't even announce the winners. Okay, so then the cops were called and all those things. I don't want to go into that because it might be a big scene at the end. But look, guys, this actually shouldn't happen in a show. The competitor should be knowing the exact time when the show is going to start, and the show should start at that time, not 2 hours later. Especially these bodybuilders and physique athletes, most of them drained, like they were literally on zero water, and they were made to wait more and more, and they already pumped up, and they were not called out on stage and all these things. And one more thing is, one of the gym owners was the what do you call it, the judge of the show, and most of the guys who are from his gym won places. I can literally see every single person with that wooden trophy or wooden memento. What do you call that? Memento, right? Memento. So that is the thing, guys. It don't matter if you're good, if you're not good. At the end of the day, if you're a dick rider, you win the show. If you're not a dick rider, they don't give a fuck who you are. So that is the thing, guys. You support them, they are going to give you a trophy and some Facebook likes. You're not going to get anything out of it. Trust me, guys. Trust me. What will get you a future in this fitness industry is your hard work. And yeah, of course you worked hard for the show, but choose a show which will pay you back something, not in the form of money, but in form of something at least. Okay, so MuscleMania, I'll tell you one thing, guys. MuscleMania is all about money. It's all about money. Okay, the drug tests were not done. Even if the drug tests are done, where are the reports? They just put out, they just disqualify a couple of people. Okay, but to be honest, 99% of the people who were on drugs, right? So why were the other guys not caught? Where are the reports? Nobody knows all these things. They just disqualify a couple of people, maybe by looking at them and all those things. So this is the truth about MuscleMania, guys. And I would like to end this video. And the people who won might be deserving or might not be deserving, but the show didn't go smoothly. Okay, everybody knows it. And Mr. Tarun Sholrajan is nowhere to be seen. Maybe he's counting the notes, or he's counting
All over the money put in the account.
which one. Yeah, and one more thing, guys. It's like when we register online, we have to put money into his account. It's like a personal account and not a corporate account. It's like putting money into the director's account, and he can do anything with that, I guess. Okay, so I don't want to go talk about that, but there should be at least some way of confirming. Like, for example, if you put money into an account, you should get a confirmation message that thank you for registering with MuscleMania, and your registration is confirmed. Nothing like that. We had to message the guy, and the guy had to reply us, and all those things. So everything was difficult, and I'm really happy that the competitor who was actually on the poster, I think, okay, on the poster of the MuscleMania, came out with that status, and he was like, I'm not going to compete. A few names that I would like to take is Sonali Swami. I'm a big fan of her, guys. Like, she has the best female physique in India, and even she didn't compete this time. So all those things, guys. So enough of this talking, and I just wanted to share my opinion. I always wanted to talk this out, guys. And I told it with Gautam, and I told it to Shabari, I told it to Ramesh, I told it to most of the people. This is going to happen, and it finally happened. And it's good that the truth came out. People realized what actually is happening. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about MuscleMania in the comments box down below. Not about the natural, not natural, because everybody in MuscleMania is natural. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back again. Train hard, stay fit, and thanks for 20,000 subscribers. Peace out.